animation is something that I've just barely dipped my pinky toe into, and it's always been a little bit intimidating to me, but I've recently stumbled across some features in an app that I already like that has started to make animation a little bit more easy. We're gonna be looking at the animation features in Adobe Fresco, which is already my app of choice for inking and coloring and vectorizing my digital illustrations. But the animation features are robust enough to be able to do what you wanna do, but simple enough for a plebeian like me to be able to understand. Now, whenever I make a video about Adobe Fresco, everyone always complains about Adobe's pricing, which, you know, we've been primed to understand that Adobe can be expensive, but Fresco is free. Well, there's a free version and there's a paid version. Really, the key differences between the free version and the paid version is that in the free version, you can't import brushes, which I have never done, and you get 5 gigabytes of cloud storage versus more. But usually when I'm done with an illustration, I export it to my computer anyway, so not having a ton of cloud storage is not super crazy, but yeah, there is a fully functional, robust version of Adobe Fresco for free. But let's jump over to Adobe Fresco and start animating. Okay, so this is my illustration here. This is actually a very old illustration. It was a t-shirt design. It's been a print design. I'm honestly not sure if they're even still available on the website or if they've sold out at this point, but I thought it would be cool to take this static illustration and see if we can make it move a little bit. Now, one thing that's cool about Adobe Fresco is that when I go into Photoshop, save my Photoshop file to the Creative Cloud, it automatically shows up inside of Adobe Fresco. This was saved on my computer in Photoshop, and then boom, it pops up right there. So that's cool. I have sized this down a little bit. It was just a massive t-shirt print ready file, but I changed it to 2000 pixels by 2667, and I dropped it down to 72 DPI because I can't envision a world where I need a 300 DPI animation. Cool. So let's think about what we want to animate. It'd be kind of cool if these shoelaces were blowing in the breeze. And if it's breezy, it would be cool if his front hair was kind of blowing in the breeze. If the key was kind of blowing in the breeze. These rocks maybe can be falling. Maybe the shines on the sunglasses can kind of scroll down a little bit. So what we can do is the areas that we know that we want to animate, we should maybe draw them on their own layer and just kind of edit this file a little bit. So I am going to reduce the opacity of my fill-in colors and the opacity of my lines. And this background, I might just reduce a little bit too, so I can kind of see what's going on here. Let's create a new layer. Let's just kind of start with the key. I'll redraw that. I gotta find a brush here. I usually work in vector brushes, so I'm not super familiar with the pixel brushes. So let's just go to ink. What does Belgian comics look like? Pretty cool. We could probably work with that. So I'm going to just quickly redraw this key and the string that goes with it. Swoop, just up like this. All right, so there is my key layer. So let's quickly hide that and then go into my inks and get rid of the key there. So that way when I move it, just the shirt will be showing through. So a bit of redrawing is gonna be going on here. Go down to my colors here and whoops, still on my eraser. Go to my brush here. If I was starting this from scratch, I wouldn't have to do all this shenanigans, but also I didn't want to have to recolor and re-ink this whole design. I wanted to use as much of my existing work as possible and just kind of edit around the things that I wanted to animate. Okay, and with that, it looks like I got rid of the key. Now I can bring my key back in here. And I think it would make sense to animate the strings kind of blowing in the wind a little bit, and then just move the key to match the strings. So what I might do here is duplicate this layer, and this top one is going to be my strings layer. So I am going to hide this one, erase this key, cool. And then hide this, bring this one, and this is gonna be my key layer. We'll get rid of the strings. Just gotta think about how it's gonna be easy to make this move. Let me just fix this key up. Okay, we're ready. Let's just lower the opacity on this bad boy a little bit because we're focusing on the strings. Okay, so down here in the bottom right-hand corner is this little circular play button with a bunch of other circles with it. That is your animation thing. So frame one right here is tied to this specific layer, the strings layer. Let's create a new frame, and we see right here, that is my onion skins. That's where it used to be at. So what we want to do here is draw the next string movement. So maybe it comes a little bit farther over here, like that, with a bit more stretch to it. And then this one would have a little slack to it because it's going that way. I think in my settings, I only want to see one frame of onion skin so I don't get all confused. So now this is going to be even farther. And then this one is going to have even more slack to it. And I can scrub through. That's looking pretty good. So we're on 4 frames right now. I kind of want to keep it to divisions of 3, 6, 9, 12. Actually, what am I? I am at 12 frames per second here on my settings here. So that's good. Now we need these strings to go back to position 1. So let's add another frame here. I mean, I could just duplicate them and reverse them, but I think it would look a little bit less natural. So we'll just bring this back here a little bit. Let's see what we got. Oh, a little wiggle waggle. Look at those strings go. Awesome. Okay, so I think what I want to do is not have it just be constantly going like I should add in a bit of pause time before it starts blowing in the wind. So I'm gonna like kind of add a few rest frames. So we have frame 1, boom. Frame 2, we're just gonna kind of trace it a little bit here. Just a bit of movement. And then we're gonna kind of do that again. And now it's got like a 3-frame rest before it does the little wind blow thing. So let's take a look at that. Yeah, now it's a bit slower. That's cool. Okay, so now I gotta move my key. Hopefully I made these strings the correct width apart. We'll see. And I wanna duplicate my frame. Cool, that's still gonna work. Duplicate frame, that's still gonna work. Duplicate frame. Okay, now this starts moving. Do I wanna transform all frames or just this frame? I think just this frame. I need to rotate that a bit. Cool, done. Now let's duplicate that frame, transform just this frame, move this a little bit. Oh gosh, this is gonna get, this is gonna get crazy. Should the key grow a tiny bit? Okay, we'll just hope for the best on that one. Let's take a look at what we got going on here. The keys motion is not that natural. I think it needs to like flip out a bit. Okay, it looks like his heart is beating really hard, like ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. His heart's beating so hard, it's like launching the key off of his chest, which is like, you know, that's a thing. So I think this needs to start flipping out. Transform this frame. Let's get some rotation going here. We need some serious rotation. Oh, if I don't hit done, I like that. That saves me a lot of time. I just select the next frame and the transform like stays good to go. That's lovely. I hope this flippy action is cute. And then we're back home. Now it has swung out a bit. Let's see how she's looking. That looks a bit more natural. That must be one strong gust of wind. All right, now let's fill this in. I'm going to just make a new layer for my fills. We'll grab this yellow and we'll fill this bad boy in. Cool, I wonder if I can use the paint bucket tool. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Can I set this as a reference? Oh yeah, this is better. Okay, that was the last frame to fill in the key. Sweetness. Now we just gotta fill in these little stringy dingies. Let's grab that one. And please, please let our paint bucket work for this. Sweet. Oh my God, I think the key is animated. Whew, look at it go, ladies and gentlemen. Cool. Wow, probably should have started with something a little bit more simple. Let's jump into something a bit more simple. Let's do the crown. Yes, the crown. All right, let's go here, down to my original colors and just get rid of the crown colors. Okay, so my crown, what if it was just something simple? Just some little eyes open and a smile happens. That would be cool. Start of some eyes, start of a mouth. Boom. Redraw, eyes a little bigger, shabuki. Smile starting to happen. Eyes even bigger, smile even bigger. Yeah, a little crowny crown. Eyes even bigger. And what if he winks? So the smile gets a little bigger, and this goes to a smaller eye for 1 frame. Okay, next frame, eye. And now he's got a little wink with a little wrinkle under his eye. Now we go back to that half eye. Okay, now we got full eye back in action. This smile. Now we got 3 frames to get this back home. So let's decrease the eye size, decrease the smile size. This is the 12th frame. He's back to his little self again, chilling. Yeah, baby. Let's see how little Crowny ain't got no frowny is feeling about life. Ah, look at the little wink. Ding. All right. Boom. Next. Boom. Next. Boom. Next. Boom. Next. All right. Great. We got some path options, so we can kind of use our paths to make this crown like float up and down. But here's the thing. Can I do the path settings to a group? Or do I need to merge this? I think I might need to merge these 2 layers. Let's see, if I merge, maybe I can't merge animations. I might need to go back and fill in my inks layer here. This will be fine, because now we can path this whole dang crown. Cool. So if we turn on our path, we can draw a line here and just have him float around on this line. That's too much. That's too big of a line. Let's just do a small one. He's going too low. How about here? Okay, so he's going really slow. So let's decrease our frame rate. He's kind of popping down there. We'll just do like that, and then he'll come back down here. He's floating, he's bouncing. We can slow it down a little bit if we increase the frames. We can do ease in and ease out. So he starts a little slower and then goes faster and then goes a little slower and then goes a little faster. I'm gonna slow him down even more to like 40 frames. Okay, we can have him grow and shrink by 15%. Oh, look at that. He's getting all big. He's flying towards the camera. Number of times he grows and shrinks. He's just constantly getting huge. How about just 1? Or maybe 2? Yeah, that's better. Rotate. Oh, he's rotating. Number of times, 2? He goes back and forth. Oh, look at that. Yeah, he's rotating around. I like it. Rotate options, sway or spin. Spin's probably gonna be crazy. I don't think we, whoa, he's crazy. Let's go back to sway. Align to path. Whoa, dude, he's flipping around now. I don't think we want a line to path on. So all that with just these path options, pretty freaking cool. So our crown's rocking and a rolling. Let's try animating the lines on these sunglasses. Okay, so over here, we're gonna take black and fill in our sunglasses. I need my gold. Frame 1, nothing happens. Frame 2, nothing happens. Frame 3, nothing happens. Frame 4, if I take my magic wand tool and select just these sunglasses, come back here, and yes, that's more like it. Next frame. Okay, let's check out the shines. Ooh, that's actually kind of fire. That's actually kind of fire. Let's go, baby. Next, we're gonna tackle the hair, which might be the hardest part. Wish me luck. But before I do that, I'm gonna let you know that this video is brought to you by Squarespace. Listen, Squarespace is a website where you can build a website. I've been using Squarespace for years and years. It's how I built my whole website. And with Squarespace, it's super easy. They have these amazing award-winning templates where all you gotta do is take your awesome content, drop it into their beautiful templates, and boom, you got a website. I love their e-commerce, their SEO, their email marketing campaigns, their galleries and portfolios, like every feature that I need as an artist, as a content creator, as a small business owner, Squarespace has. But if you ever do run into any issues, they have 24/7 customer support. So if you have something epic that you want to share with the world, you deserve to have a beautiful website. Go to squarespace.com to start your free trial. And then when you're ready to launch your site, go to squarespace.com/1000 for 10% off the first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you, Squarespace. Okay, now that I've delayed the inevitable, let's try and animate this hair. I'm going to basically erase the existing hair that I want to move. Okay, I think I got that cleared up. This character's looking pretty funky without his, he's got like a 5 head. And let's begin our shmanimation. Just gonna start by basically tracing the first couple frames. The lines will have a bit of wiggle as if they're being gently tussled in the breeze. Gotta remember to close gaps. So hopefully I can use my paint bucket tool to fill these in. This is going to take quite some time to retrace this hair. Many times. The first 6 frames, I'll just duplicate. I'll draw this basically 3 times and go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Because I think that breeze comes up on frame 6. Let's check the key. 1, 2, 3, 9. Oh, on frame 9 it starts to happen. That's right. I added a few extra frames. I just remembered. So yeah, maybe we can do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and get some frame duplication to save us some animation. Okay, duplicate frame 1. Now I have an easier time working backwards. Duplicate frame 2 and drag it to number 2. Duplicate frame 3 and drag it back to number 3. So we have 9 frames of that. Then we're gonna have a bigger gust of wind come up. Basically just curve these guys going over to the right. I think this is gonna be cool. So if we take a peek, ooh, a little breeze blowing in unison with the freaking key. Let's go. Now, the hair color is this sort of plum. Now, if I set this as a reference, and I use my fill tool, let's have a look-see. Oh, there's not 16 frames, there's 15 frames. There we go. All right, now you guys thought we were done, but no. You see these shines up here? There's shines going on up here. We need a few shines down here. Grab this color, go back to our hair fills, start bringing in some shines. Bro, should I animate the shadows underneath the hair? Like there's a shadow over there. Should I go the extra mile? I think I might have to. Oh, baby. Okay, let's check it out. Ooh, shadows. Cool. I like how when it's like at the very peak of its thing, this catches a little light over here. All right, let's try and do these shoes. What I'm gonna do is, to make my life easier, put these shoelaces on top, and we're just gonna animate the shoe strings, not the loops, because bruh, that will be some complex shmanimation. Let's edit out the laces from the shoe. I'm kind of thinking I might also be able to make the shoes just rotate a little bit, like he's swinging his feet. We'll see if that works. With the pathing options, I'm not sure. Now, I think I want to do less frames here. I think we might need to do a little 6 frame Annie. Now we should have a little 6 frame loop. Let's take a peek. That's pretty cool. All right. Now I think I'm just gonna not even do a color layer and just fill in these shoestrings on the line art layer. Fantastic. How are we looking? Look at those little shoestrings blowing in the wind. Now, let's see if we can cut out these shoes. We are going to duplicate the inks layer and duplicate it again. Then we're going to duplicate the colors layer and duplicate it again. This one goes here. This one goes here. Merge this one down. Merge this one down. Now, from my left foot, I'm gonna take my lasso tool, come right here, and just get a little bit of this action. Invert that selection and erase. Now I have just my left shoe right there. Deselect that, go to this layer, repeat the process. Okay, got my 2 shoes. Deselect that. Now, what the heck was I doing? I'm lost at this point. Oh yeah, I was gonna make the shoes rotate. And then I need to extendo these ankles so that when I rotate these shoes, it doesn't look like he has no feet inside of them. Grab my pink. Fill it in, clean that up. Are we finally ready to do some shoeness? So first of all, left hand shoe. Let's go to our path and just, this is crazy. Okay, that kind of worked. We don't want to add multiples. What if we rotate? I wish I could set my anchor point. Let's see. Should I just do this manually? How would one set one's anchor point? Okay, let's get rid of this path. I'm gonna do this manually. Duplicate frame, transform, just the one frame. Cool. Oh yeah, okay. What I need to do is duplicate this hella times. 6 times. Now we can go to transform. Let's check this out. Jiggling his little foot. That's cool. Now I just need to move the shoestrings. So maybe his left foot is like jittering fast and this one's going really slow. Oh my. I think all we gotta do now is the rocks. Let's see. Very cool. Look at them little feet wiggle. What a cool little guy just chilling on his floating rock island. Okay, let's make these rocks fall. I'm wondering if I should just do them one at a time and use pathing. Let's try this one. That's kind of cool. Let's put this behind everything. Probably need this to go faster. 15, let's do 30. Add multiples. Whoa, that's a lot. It's just shooting rocks out. Okay, now if I path this. Okay, now if we do add multiples and then we scatter them a bit, and then make some of them a little smaller. Randomize. Let's just crank up. Whoa, there's some craziness going. It's like flying up there. Okay, let's keep these rocks coming. Yeah, this thing is just leaking rocks, dude. Just freaking leaking rocks. Okay, you know what's cool is I can like add highlights to this on one single frame, and because it's on a path, it's all gravy. I just gotta highlight these. Is that one little piece of debris? Oh, dude, I could totally add random debris. Let's do like this color. Let's do effects. Oh, there's clouds. You might wanna use that in a little bit. Splatter. Let's just add some random splatter. So it's like debris, and then we'll go to our path. We'll have this fall down, and then we'll add multiples. Maybe we'll lower the opacity. Yeah, a little bit of dust and debris. We'll bring this all the way to the bottom, so it's way in the background. Yeah, that's cool. So this background color, let's make it more like a really deep navy. Soft round. Yeah, we're just gonna give a little glow back here with this softiness. And then maybe we can put this to, something like color burn or something. Multiply, no. Color dodge, that's kind of cool. So color dodge is giving him a little glow back there. Let's do an even lighter color with the color dodge. He's glowing now. And then let's bring down the opacity a little bit on that one. Okay. And then I'm going to make another layer, fill it with black, and then bring down the opacity a bit. And I just want to like deaden this color a little bit so my character pops. So yeah, I think right about there makes it look pretty cool. Now I've got kind of a night sky vibe. I'm going to get rid of these swatches up here. And then if I go to this layer, go back here, go to my effects. This one says clouds scattered. What if we did like that color? What happens when we just, ooh. This just makes clouds, bro. This is awesome. Okay, now I have pink clouds, which is pretty freaking sick. Now if I make a path for this, if he's flying up, the clouds would be going down, right? Bring my grid in, make it basically a 50-50 grid. That way I can try to keep my path down the middle. Bruh, this is actually getting pretty tight. Kind of pops in up top. So I need my path to be crazy long. Okay, so the last thing I'd like to do, I think, is add how the sunglasses shine. Shing. Shing. I think I'd like to add that same thing to this copyright-free handheld game console that's definitely not based on a real device from a litigious company. So if I go to the sunglasses shines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blank frames, and then the animation goes from frame 7 to frame 15. So I feel like I should match that on the game console. So what we're gonna do is take our magic wand, try to select this purple, that, and then go back up here and we'll go, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Frame 7 is when it first started. See how that looks. Oh, sick. Now the screen of the game console matches the sunglasses. Yeah, that's looking pretty cool. All right, I might still tweak it a little bit more, but I think this looks really cool. It's really crazy to be able to turn a super old illustration that I did like over 2 years ago and breathe new life into it with the animation. I think it looks really cool now with this crazy movement. It looks like it's flying through the sky. The features in here are simple enough for a noob like me to wrap my head around, but I can still make some cool stuff happen. I can translate the ideas in my head onto the canvas pretty simply and easily. I ran into a few hiccups, I'm still kind of learning this app, but I get excited about stuff like this, new ways to create, new ways to share my vision with the world. So if you guys know of any cool animation apps, I know Procreate Dreams is something that people are talking about. Some people I've seen have positive things to say about it. Some people I've seen negative things. There's always updates coming out for these softwares all the time. Now that I've gotten my feet wet with Adobe Fresco and their cool set of animation features, which one should I try next? Let me know down in the comments. Let me know what you think of this animation. This design was originally part of my t-shirt of the month program. I have a really cool subscription where each month I design a brand new t-shirt. You get a surprise t-shirt from me in the mail every month. It also comes with a free sticker and is discounted like 25% off regular price. It's cheaper than normal. You get a new shirt every month. It's really cool. Check that out at 10hun.com. All right, y'all, I'm 1000. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.